this is your Wildcat Welcome for Thursday, February 25th.
And we have some birthdays.
Yes!
A happy birthday is going out to Ava H. in kindergarten and Jackson D. in 5th grade.
Oh,
happy birthday!
On a Thursday.
On a Thinking Thursday!
Oh, have I got a good one for you.
Oh.
It kind of is like, I call them of a like, what am I type of
I
riddle.
love those.
Okay,
Mhm.
so are you ready for this?
Yeah, those really make me think.
It's a what am I.
Okay.
So friends, crank it up because we really got to think through this. Here we go. I am gray, but I am not a cloud. I have a tail, but I am not a cat. I have big ears, but I'm not a bunny. I'm tall, but I don't play basketball. I'm jumbo, but I'm not a jet. I have a trunk, but I'm not a car. What am I?
Huh. I am stumped. That's what I am. I am stumped. I'm gray. I have a tail. I have big ears. Do shrimp have ears?
I don't think so.
I mean, because shrimp are gray sometimes.
Right.
Tails.
But
They're
do shrimp,
jumbo.
this is like, I have a trunk, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
a trunk. Like a tree, but trees aren't gray.
Dead ones are.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
that's
but
not
they don't
it.
have ears.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, you stumped me.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Friends, are you ready? I bet maybe some of our friends figured it out.
I wonder.
All right. It is an elephant.
Oh, an elephant has a trunk and is gray and has a tail and has big ears
Yep.
and is jumbo.
And is jumbo.
Yeah, that would make sense. An elephant.
Yep. And you know why my brain got thinking about this?
No, why?
Because of today's National Day.
Oh, is it National Elephant Day?
Well, that would be a fun, precious little day to have. No, not
Okay.
quite.
Okay.
It's National Chocolate Covered Nut Day.
Ooh, I mean, I love chocolate covered nuts, but this also reminds me of yesterday when we were talking about George Washington Carver and how he did all things with nuts. Peanuts.
I know, which that to me still is incredible. And actually, I reflected about this and thought about this, and I knew this, that he went to Iowa State. And,
Yeah.
And I know,
No.
and he also went to Simpson College in Iowa. Like, those are all important facts about him.
Oh, important to you.
Yeah, exactly, from my perspective. So, but that's why I got thinking about, like, nuts and then elephants is because it all circled around back to our learning yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So
I love making those connections
I do
from what
too.
we're learning throughout the week. That's great.
I do too. Connections are how we learn, right?
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
yes, chocolate-covered nuts. So,
Uh-huh.
grab a
Yummy.
scrumptious little bite of chocolate-covered nuts. So, it's that time in our announcements where we pause and we learn about some Black history facts.
Yeah, so today we are going to be focusing on the Pullman Porters. So it's a group of people. They actually created the first Black union.
Okay.
So Pullman Porters were enslaved Black men who were hired as porters to sleeping cars on railroads. So do you know what a porter is?
Yeah, so that's how this term came about.
Yes.
Do our friends know what porters are?
No, we should probably share that.
Why don't you tell us about this?
So, they were known as the Pullman Porters, and the porters would shine shoes and serve the wealthy white travelers. And because the porters were recently enslaved people who rode the trains, white people didn't bother to learn their names. So instead, they just called them all George, and that was because there was a white man named George Pullman who hired all of these Black enslaved people.
Oh.
And he was the master. So they just called all of the slaves, white people called all the slaves Pullman.
Got it.
George.
George.
Pullman. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, very interesting. But the Pullman Porters had a plan, and worked on this for at least a century. Pullman porters made little money and worked long hours, but because they traveled on the railroads, they carried information across the country and helped build the civil rights movement.
Of course they did.
Right, they had all of this information. Why not share it and try to create change?
Brilliant. Genius.
They were
Again,
geniuses.
Genius.
They were geniuses. So that's kind of where the Pullman porters or porters from working on trains comes from.
Got it. So like this is where that vocabulary word comes from.
Yeah. Yep.
Got it. Wow. I'm learning so incredibly much, and it's maybe stuff that I knew but didn't really know, and like I'm making connections and understandings and deepening my knowledge.
I am too, and I feel very fortunate to be able to share this information and learn it as I'm sharing it.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing it. So this is incredible that they honestly like even thought big picture, right? Like we work on trains, we travel all over. It's our job to get this message out,
Right.
to help create this movement.
Absolutely, yeah. And they worked for a century. Like they worked for 100 years on this. Like this is not.
So it's not just one person.
No.
It's multiple people gathering together to use their knowledge and their voice.
Right, and that's where the Black Union came about.
Incredible.
It really is.
It's incredible. Wow. Thank you for sharing this knowledge. Incredible. Well, friends, I'm Miss Bean.
And I'm Miss Rush Hour.
Make it a thoughtful thinking Thursday, friends.
And we'll see you at our next Wildcat Welcome.